Hey, Dan with Monmouth Millwork here. Today we're talking about casement windows. And you're probably wondering, what is a casement window, or what makes a casement window so special? What's awesome about casement windows, one is the performance, two is the light that they allow in, three is the functionality, and four is just the overall appearance and light and feel that they give to a house. Casement windows are spectacular in modern architecture. They really lend themselves great when someone's trying to replicate a historic application or an industrial application. They're very versatile when it comes to modern living and the way we function day to day. So today we're gonna kind of dive into just the nuts and bolts of what makes up a casement window and what makes a casement window special. To start, performance. When it comes to casement windows, performance is everything. So if you think about, if there is a really bad storm, right? Terrible rainstorm, the wind's blowing, the rain's blowing, wind-driven rain going at that window, what makes a casement window so great is it cranks out, right? So the window cranks out, it cranks closed. When it's shut and locked, that wind-driven rain is only sealing it tighter. So the harder the rain, the harder the wind, the harder that window is being pushed in and compressing that weather strip, giving you better performance. That's one of the real main benefits of a casement window. When you think about casement windows, just from a design perspective, it's all about letting in that bright light. It's all about that glass and minimal stiles and rails. Stiles are the part of a window on the sash. The sash is the part that moves, and stiles go up and down where rails go left to right. That's what holds the glass in place. So for example, this window here, right? Beautiful cross pattern on that window, a traditional grill bar on the inside, so that gives it that traditional aesthetic. It has a retractable screen system that you can see here. And what's really special about this window is one of the best performing aluminum clad wood windows on the market. And a lot of that has to do with the size of the sash, the thickness of the glass, as well as their special locking system. So you can see this lock that's incorporated here. On top of that lock, you can see there's the crank, there's a lock right there that locks that window in place. Now, most companies would have a lock on the side jamb in order to close that. This is a little bit different in the sense that this mechanism actually pulls that window in and allows just supreme performance compared to anything else out there. A really fascinating product and a really great example of the performance of a casement window, also providing a really sleek look and allowing the combination of something like that retractable screen system. Ton of benefits, ton of options, just really a cool, sleek look. One of the other things that you might want to consider when you're looking at a casement window is a narrow sight line. And nothing really exemplifies a narrow sight line like a casement window does. So this one, for example, really narrow, really sleek. It's got that industrial look, almost like a simulated steel. This is wood on the inside, and it's painted wood. And what's really cool about this one is when we talk about locks, this has cam locks, right? So there's two separate locks on this one. So it looks like they would have to be locked individually. But what's awesome about this is behind the scenes, it has sequential lock technology. So when I flip the one lock, both are going to move, but it still encompasses that industrial, heavy steel look with the narrow sight lines and maximum glass on that. Another cool thing about this is called a simulated style, right? A simulated style. A simulated style is a way that we can make a window look like a twin casement window. So instead of the one window opening, it looks like two are opening. A lot of times when folks are trying to get that steel window look that's so popular these days, they want that narrow line because you would typically see two together. So a way that we save folks money, and on top of saving folks money, a way that we can really get a really narrow looking window is by adding that simulated style down the center. So you save money by not buying two windows and paying to attach them together. You just get one window with that look. So from the road, it looks like twin windows. Really great way to save, really cool statement that it makes, and it can be mixed and matched with different grille profiles or simulated divided light profiles along with that. So another cool option there, right? Lastly, we kind of talked about a sequential lock. So what is a sequential lock? We kind of have peeked at that before with the cam lock, but a sequential locking system is going to be exactly what you see here. Now, a sequential lock would be just one lever, right? One lever lifts up, but that's going to lock in multiple places. And you can see these two little hooks here. These are called snubbers. And when you move that lever, you're gonna have that lock in, 2, 3, 4, even 5 places in some instances, depending on how large that window is. So again, security, performance, it's all about engineering when it comes to casement windows, and it's all about the look. Like if you look at that here, we looked at the 2 other profiles, but you see this here. Casement windows are a great way to just personalize your project. Casement windows are a great way to just have an experience. You can play with these divided lights in different patterns to really make a look that's your own. And you can combine the outside with a ton of colors. There's companies out there that are, 50 colors to choose from. So you may say, hey, I don't want a purple window or anything like that, but if you're thinking about a white window, well, why not like a dove gray or an off-white? That one little touch doesn't really change the overall look of the house, but just adds a complement that just screams luxury. That it's something that folks don't necessarily look at that and say, wow, look at those light gray windows. But they look at it and it's just this overall calmness and softness that's offered. A lot of times casements can be a very almost masculine choice or hygienic choice. So different colors and different patterns on there can soften that a bit and really just make it a welcoming space, whether you're using cool colors and black interiors or whatever you're doing. There's a lot of ways to really go for that feel that you're looking for. So today, this is pretty much what we talked about, casement windows. So if you have more questions, if there's anything that you'd really like to dive deeper into, please know that there's gonna be more videos on here to really get into the nuts and bolts of all the details of the different products that we're showing. But as a general overview, this is casement windows. And if you'd like to learn more, please go to mammothmillwork.com. Happy to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.